As a kid, I spent a lot of time alone. Just me and my imagination. But you see, as I grew older, met more people, you see, I slowly started to think with limitations. See, just because they tried, failed, didn't excel, don't mean you shouldn't dream. Settle for simple things or grow with the same story to tell. Listen to me. Cause see, as a man, you gotta work. Sometimes get down in the dirt. Have tough skin, opinions hurt, but most importantly, keep God first. And stop thinking in reverse. See, that's why the past is the past. See, that's why legs move forward, not backwards. See, everything's temporary, none lasts. But you can't be afraid to dream. Gotta think outside the box. Know your worth, never settle for what you believe. Realize what that means, and that is to never stop. Cause see, we all here for a reason. Let me say that again. We all here for a reason. Everybody is the author of their own truth. But you see, what's more important is the lies and distortion that some being selling to the youth. See, you can be who you want. Time, place, position. Just keep your eye on the journey and don't forget the mission. Pay attention to your vision, even if it gets blurry. You'll get your credit in the end. Just keep in mind that this is your story. So never be afraid to dream. Just don't stop while the world is moving. Baby steps. Long as you're in where you were yesterday, ain't nobody losing. You improving. See, this is a movement. You the Malcolm and the Martin. And anytime you about to stop, just keep in mind why you started. So never be afraid to dream. Around the corner is your breakthrough. Never be afraid to dream. Watch where God and self-confidence takes you. Rap talk. It's that poem of peace. Welcome, 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 welcome back for the return of viewers. And also I welcome the new people that's joining the family. Spoken word, rap talk, poetry. And the title of this video is Don't Waste Your Time. That's the message for the day. Don't waste your time. How many times we done heard it? We done heard it a million times over and over. So many different ways. It's like the simplest quote. But it's the one that can be so hard to do. It's like one of them directions. When they say stop, it's only one word. It's easy to say. But even for a baby, even for a little kid that's new to the world, stopping is so hard to do. Not wasting your time for some can be very hard to do. I wanted to just start off the whole live with just that poem, Never Be Afraid to Dream. That's one of the poems that just should just resonate for you. Hopefully it do. It's like just taking it back to basics. I know for me it definitely is, because it's like one of the poems that just take it right back to the beginning. It's just a message. It's just some straight up motivation, just a message. Just to balance you out, just to be right back centered. I keep talking about that thing right there, talking about staying centered. That's that thing that's so hard to do sometimes when so much temptation and distraction can come amongst one's life. Because you're going to have distractions in your path. No matter what you do, it's always hurdles and obstacles. It's pretty sure to remember that. But again, back to the initial topic. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. It's valuable. I suggest that you learn where your energy needs to be and what you need to be focused on and what you need to do. Because a lot of us, again, let me say this, a lot of us be right at that door, right at that step, right at that one little moment, right at that one little turn. I mean, anything you want to say, that a lot of us be right there when something positive about to just happen and pop off and happen in your life. Whereas you about to have your breakthrough. A lot of us be right there. It can just fall off. It's easy to fall off. It's easy to go back to the bullshit. It's easy to be on that diet and to start eating them cakes again and indulging in all types of food again. It's easy to be working on something and then just take a couple of days off. And them couple of days turn into a couple of weeks. It's easy to do that. It's easy to get lax. And you'll be surprised how many people get lax when they starting to have progress, when things is really starting to happen. You'll be surprised how many it just stop right then and there. You have to be in it for the long haul. When you create something, when you do something, when you start that business, don't just start it. Even though that's the first step, of course. Understand that you have to see it through. But when you start that podcast, just remember you got to see it through. It's going to take more episodes to get them thousands of views or whatever your goals is. It's going to take more than one. Hell, it might take more than 10. It might take more than 100. Couple of 100. But don't waste your time on the things that can have you not working towards the things that you really are focused on. Remember that. Those distractions, that's a bad motherfucker. That's a bad boy there. That's why I wrote this one piece. I got this one piece I wrote because I was thinking about that. When you hit different levels in your life, there's different obstacles for each level. It's damn near like a video game or something, even though it's real life. But every time something pop off in your life, that's a check off or a plus in your life. Some distractions coming. There's some new things coming to try to get you off that square. Listen to this piece I wrote. This one called New Level, New Devil. When positivity is in the making, here comes the distractions, fakes, snakes, diluted conversations with offbeat interactions. You see, one can feel it. You see, that's why I shut it down to conceal it. Don't try to drown me in your pain. I got problems on my own and I'm just being a realist. You see, I meditate a lot. Shut down my system and absorb. Look at myself from the outside then, but still concentrate on one accord. Talk to me, Lord. You see why they think words can hold back my progressions. When I use words to channel minds, flow through time, and protect my imperfections. You see, a sin is a sin. A crime is a crime. A dream is a dream, and these devil in the skies ain't taking mine. You see, it's showtime. And I'm passing out popcorn and telling they asses to have a seat. You see, and telling they ass to have a seat. Cause see, a positive attitude and hard work is just something that they can't defeat. You see, some scared of confidence, want to keep us closed inside a box, limit us to liquor stores and churches. See, we see the real God inside and break these slavery locks. See, this is not a test. This is not only a test. You see, it's going to happen because you're special. And life is step-by-step ride. So just remember that. New level. New devil. Rap talk. Let me bring that piece back. Let me bring this joint back. Listen to me. When positivity is in the making, here comes the distractions. Fakes, snakes, diluted convos with offbeat interactions. Let's break that down. That goes back to what I just said just a minute ago. When you're doing things positive, here come all the extras, the fakes, the snakes, all the conversations about nothing. About nothing. I mean, about nothing. You see, one can feel it. And you can feel the energy too when they just talking to you or whatever it is. See, one can feel it. That's why I shut it down to conceal it. Don't try to drown me in your pain. I got problems of my own and I'm just being a realist. See, I meditate a lot. Shut down my system and absorb. Look at myself from the outside in, but concentrate on one accord. And that's something you're gonna have to do. Meditate sometime. Relax, talk to your inner self. Talk to your inner self, just relax. That's why I say you gotta shut down your system and just absorb. Look at yourself from the outside in, but still concentrate on one accord. I say, talk to me, Lord. Why they think words can hold back my progressions? Oh, they talking about you. In more ways than one, they talking about you. They talking about you because you focus. They talking about you because you ain't around. They talking about you because you want to do something with your life. or who she thinks she is. She went and got a degree, and she don't hang out with us no more. Who does she think she is? They talking about you, little mama, homeboy. They talking about you. You done went to school and started working on self and trying to get your degree and things like that. They talking about you. It's because you out the way. That's why I say, why they think words can hold back my progressions. Then I say, when I use words to channel minds, flow through time, and protect my imperfections. Listen to me. A sin is a sin. A crime is a crime. A dream is a dream, and these devil in disguises ain't taking mine. You see, it's showtime. And I'm passing out popcorn and telling their answers to have a seat. We see a positive attitude and hard work is just something that they can't defeat. That's the champion right there. Them champion qualities right there. A positive attitude and hard work, that's something they can't defeat. I mean, even one of the greatest athletes will tell you that. Hard work and positive attitude is something they can't defeat. You see some scared of confidence, want to keep us closed inside a box, limit us to liquor stores and churches. When can we see the real God inside and break these slavery locks? This is not only a test. You see, it's going to happen because you're special. In life, they say it's step-by-step ride. So just remember that. New level, new devil. Oh, you gonna get tested. You gonna get tested. I mean, you can just set your watch for that one. You gonna get tested. And the thing is you're gonna pass the test. In which you're gonna just surrender to the evils. Surrender to the nonsense, to the bullshit. So you grab you one of these joints too. Never be afraid to dream. That's the poem I did earlier when I started off the show. You gonna get tested. That's why I'm telling you, don't waste your time. You know you don't want to be at that job no more. You know you don't want to be in that relationship no more. You know you don't want to live in that neighborhood no more. Don't waste your time. You wake up every morning dedicating your life to somebody else's dream, doing something you don't like. And then you build and creating so much more around you to where you're going to have to depend on that situation even more, that hustle, that job. Because think about it. You out here hustling or scamming or doing whatever you're doing to support yourself. And the little money that you is making, you call yourself taking care of business around you, looking for the next scam and whatever, or the next hustle, or the next whatever, just to make the daily pay or the monthly pay. But you steady investing in more things that's gonna hover you around to have to depend on that same hustle that you're trying to get out of. I mean, let's make it make sense. that same hustle that you're doing every day, but you steady buying different items or investing in, or you getting a house or car, or trying to do this and make it look like this, but you got to pay on all these things by them same couple of nonsense or whatever hustles that you got going on just to get through. So that's when you really gonna be trapped, and that's when you really gonna have to do it now. I mean, we all got work to do. I told you that in my other video with the islands. We all got work to do. But the things that you surrounding yourself and putting your situation in, if you wasting your time in that job, or like I say, or living in that situation, where you at, what you gonna do about it? Because time is steady ticking. You really gonna be stuck. You really gonna be stuck at that job. You really gonna be stuck with that dude now. That relationship was over 10 years ago. You gonna still be with him though. Because you don't want to see him with nobody else. That's why a lot of y'all in situations wasted time, because you're selfish. You don't even want that. You don't even want that person no more. You don't even want her no more. You just don't want to see her with nobody else. That's all that is. But if you're gonna stay in that misery, that's what's gonna be for you. That's gonna be the bed you're gonna lay in. You keep waking up going to that job, and you don't want to be there. It's gonna wear on you, and it's gonna show too. Because all that stuff just relate and just go to other situations that you in. I mean, let's take a look at it. If you waking up going to a job or a hustle, whatever, that you don't even like every day, when you go home, what type of energy you think you're gonna be taking home with you? And vice versa. That's why sometimes, I don't know if y'all remember, like when all this stuff used to go out to them jobs, people was lighting them up and all types of stuff. It was some stuff that was probably going on outside the job. So it's like, if you got, that's why sometimes at work and at your job, people will ask you about certain things. Because there's always them couple of people at the job, you be knowing and thinking like, that's the crazy one right there. Something did happen around here. That's the way I probably do it. You would know already. It's crazy how we think like, okay, yeah, let's leave that person alone right there, because some people have a situation at home that got them all discombobulated or in a relationship they don't want to be in, so they taking that energy to work. So it goes both ways. So it's like when you transferring something, taking it elsewhere, especially if you don't know how to separate it. So if your marriage ain't working or your spouse is like this, you'll be surprised how many people will probably bring that energy to work. But don't let it be a boss or somebody in a higher position. They'll be the snapped on you today and you don't even know where it's coming from. And it's really coming from something that they got going on at home or something. But it is what it is. Just don't waste your time. Know it's worth it. It's definitely the message. We're going to get the business though. You stay on your grind and working on what you're working on. Work on self. Suggest you start with that one first. And everything will fall into place. Take some time out. just one piece I wrote. Got this piece I wrote called Stop Asking for Permission. Stop asking permission. These people don't think like you. Don't get caught up in perception. We was raised in the ghetto, they wasn't. That's why they don't understand our rejection. The reflection of me looking in my son's eyes when I gotta tell him that I can't. Should I feel defeated or go the extra mile, sacrifice my life, even if my mind could go blank? No question. I lived and seen the results of making wrong decisions. And once I got on my feet, I knew what I did and didn't want to see or deal with while living. Enough of the police. Enough of these streets. Gas prices got us trapped. We can't even drive extra miles to get something to eat. Now, if I ran in your office with a mask ready to blast, am I considered a saver or going out in a toe tag? Both. And I quote, so call me the GOAT. Get yours. Stop asking for permission, because their answer is no. Stop asking for permission. Snap, 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 snaps. These people don't think like you. I keep telling y'all that. I say these people don't think like you. Don't get caught up in perception. We was raised in the ghetto, they wasn't. They don't understand our rejection. Come on, man. You got thick skin or what? You know you're gonna have to have thick skin for whatever you want to do. Whatever you getting into, be prepared and just know that a lot of things you're gonna have to just shun and just overlook and keep it going. Keep your eye on the bigger picture. Concentrate, get through your day. Stick to your routine. Even break your routine, but not break your routine in a bad way. But just add something else to it that can help you go about your day even more to make it more productive. Try some things. And when I say don't get caught up in perception, that's just life. Because when things start going right, you will have to train yourself also again. That's going to be the crazy thing. But that is the crazy thing. And as a man who focuses, you can see it already if you really pay attention. I mean, look at all these people that's still, look at all these successful people that still try to do the old things that they used to do and just think that they can just move freely and do whatever just because you might have a couple of dollars or, whatever. It's like the young man lost his life by a dice game. It was the energy. You probably just think like, okay, I'm about to just go over here and just kick it. Probably was just so random and just chill. Like, I'm about to just go over here and kick it for a little while. I'm about to just bring my energy to this whole party, whatever, and just kick it, whatever. We down to earth, we getting money. Play a little dice, it's nothing. Whatever I lose or whatever, it's really nothing. I'm already eating. I'm out here I'm really just doing it just for the hood of it. Because the hood is in me. Just because I want to just shoot a little dice. And look how things turn out. if you just know where you want to be at, where you just know how valuable your time is, it's just certain things you're just not going to do. And that's why I say when you get successful, you can tell that you're going to have to train your mind all over again just to how to deal with being successful. If you're a young lady that loves shoes and clothes, when you get money, what you think you're gonna do? What do you think she's gonna do when she get money? She's gonna buy more clothes and shoes. I'm not saying that nothing is wrong with that, but that's why initially they always just say how the wise feel about it. The money ain't changing you. It's just making you more of who you are. If you was a gambler, you're gonna gamble more. If you was a drinker, you're gonna drink more. If you smoke weed, you're gonna smoke more weed. If you was into cars, you're gonna buy more cars. If you was into women, you're gonna have more women. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. The access is right in your face. Like here, more of it. You have more money to get more of it. Whatever it is. You want food? Oh, you gonna get the best food. You're gonna be at the best restaurants. We buying all types of platters. 5-star. Let's get it. And please don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with treating yourself. There's nothing wrong with treating yourself. Too much of anything. Pretty soon, it's gonna be some type of destruction probably near. Especially for something that bring bad energy. The dice game. Niggas are flies. Niggas are flies. Niggas are motherfucking flies. I don't remember what he did. He say niggas ain't good for doing shit but eating barbecue and holding other niggas back. That's all we do. Y'all go look that song up too. By the Ghetto Boys. Niggas and Flies by Willie D. It's powerful shit. He say niggas ain't good for doing shit but eating barbecue and holding other niggas back. That's all we do. It's so much we can do. But ain't none of us perfect. Everybody ain't got all the answers. And when I kick it to y'all, I just be giving the game up, hoping I can spread a message, help someone. You relax and understand the poetry and take heed to the message. And like I was asked once in an interview, matter of fact, my guy Sam over there at Hip Hop Uncensored, in the interview, he was asking me, like, there's some powerful shit you be saying, but he was like, who do you be writing for? Like, are you writing for yourself or? Like, it sounds like you talk to yourself, you talking to other people, like, who is it for? Where does it come from? And indeed, I just told him to be a little bit of both. This do be an outlet. But amongst the journey, I know I'm helping other people. Because everybody be going through something. Everybody need a voice. Everybody need an outlet. Everybody can't write. Everybody can't play sports. Everybody can't sing and dance. Everybody's not creative. Some people listen to music. Some people listen to poetry. Some people watch videos to gain inspiration. Some people listen to stories. You fine tune it how you want, but working on your mental is a daily grind. It's a daily mission. All that, getting things done. That's why I come back again to don't waste your time on the nonsense, on the things that swear you off. Half the things and people that y'all entertain, that a lot of us entertain, it's already in place and already well off. All the news, all the stories, all the people you watch scrolling, all the shows. I mean, you have to just really think to yourself, like, do you want to just keep living like a customer all your life? I mean, just really just think to yourself, how much do you consume? What you spend your money on? I mean, every day is just a battle for it's a battle for your pockets, your money, for whatever amount of money that you earn, no matter what pay scale or whatever. Every for everything is a battle for your dollar. Every commercial on TV, every album, every artist, damn every person on Instagram, every party, every concert, all these events, everything. They all want your money. They want your time, your attention, to your money. Whatever you got going on, they want it. They're battling for that money that you made. That same job I was talking to you about earlier, to where you spend all your time at to make that money. As soon as you get that money, you got all this over here trying to suck all that up. Suck all that money up. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, we're gonna find a way to help each other, help each other. Listen to this piece. Rewind time. Think back to when you first started your journey, not knowing the distance. I'm talking Isaiah in Chicago, not knowing one day he'll be a champion piston. We all can use guidance. Having an open ear to hear one's pain can save a life in the hood before that young man starts to gang bang. Same thing I said to my son. The battle has just begun. You see, sometimes to take isolation and being in the right place at the right time to get certain things done where we from. Eyes is always watching. You see, some talents just need a little bit of molding. You see, some people be scared to use their gift until their spirit just can't control it. Who is your influence? Who did you want to be like? You see, I couldn't blur out seeing the dope, man, but I still feel Stevie Wonder and Tupac when I write. Help each other, help each other. You see, some people turn rich, turn their back and forget what they got to gain. If you caught a blessing, be a blessing. help somebody else so they could probably do the same thing. Help each other, help each other. You see, I want to install morals and build some character. But it's so easy to get caught up in this nonsense while being a black man in America. Who was your brother? Who could have been your equal to keep you? Born alone, die alone. Suffer inside your mental evil. All because some didn't. Help each other, help each other. Snap, 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 snaps. Help each other, help each other. We're going to get to it. Listen to me. Let me throw this piece in here. I thank you for tuning in. Frustration kicking in. You see, I was about to grab a drink and just sleep it off, but instead I picked up the pen. Thinking again. What my future holds. The battle that's going on inside my soul, believing in myself and who's really in control. See, my heart beats to the rhythm of these streets. Via the news is the soundtrack. You see, I want to stay calm, but the order of action being held back makes it hard not to react. You see, it ain't just the blacks. See, it's the wealthy capitalizing on poor citizens. We settle for less food, injected with stress. Look at the conditions now that we're living in. Listen to me. Gotta be a strong brother to be legit and not do the other. Because killing makes some more killings, and right now these judges are not passing out football numbers. And every day I discover something I was already supposed to know. In the ghetto, moving fast but going slow, but somehow steady going inside a circle. Because see, the pressure can hurt you if your conscience ain't strong as your emotions. But having faith and understanding is the perfect potion. As we blend, I pretend as if I already made it. Cause see, I knew I had the gift, but between so much bullshit, see, now my thoughts became jaded. See, this ain't nothing to play with. You see, my kid's 6 senses now and got intense. So every move I make, step I take nowadays, I think about the consequence before the event. So that's why I stay sharp. The balance inside my heart, the good versus evil, and the ability to pick them apart. Know thyself. Snap, 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 snaps. Nowadays, I think about the consequence before the event. Sometimes you have to do that. It's going to take some learning and understanding, but sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you have to think about the situation before you even pull up to it. That's why you have to think to yourself, like, if you got to take your hammer with you to go somewhere, like an event or somewhere, or if it's someplace you've been invited to, or some get together, whatever. And if your mind's telling you to bring more than likely you shouldn't go. More than likely you shouldn't even, it shouldn't even be nothing you want to attend. Especially if you're grown. I mean, even if you're young, whatever. If it's some place where you feel like you need that on you when you step there, go there. Well, you need all these people with you. You need this entourage. You need this. And especially if it ain't about no business, you don't even need to be there. And that's wasting your time also. Putting yourself in positions and predicament that you know you can stop something before it even happens. And for the life of me, I still don't understand that. You'll be surprised how many people really just go hang with people they don't like. For the life of me, I do not understand that. I really don't. I mean, it's literally people that go somewhere knowing there's people there that they don't like or care about, and they just still want to be there. I mean, why? And then as soon as they leave, the first thing they're doing is talking about them or posting online and talking about what happened at the place when they probably didn't say nothing to each other, but just the energy of just knowing the other person was there that they don't like. They still talking about them or whatever. But they still just go places with people that they don't like. Why? I mean, your time is more valuable than that. It really is. But you just really still want to be there just to say you went, or probably even just to see that person that you don't like. Just to see what energy they on, or see if they doing bad or looking bad, or if they do something stupid, or that's the hood for you though. That's the hood for you. But we didn't think all that though. That's how when you get grown, you can speak on certain things and talk about it. We didn't think that. We just think the different levels of it. I mean, we know how it go down. So ask yourself, what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do with the time you got left? What you want for yourself? Not even just self, but you want for your family. What you want for your kids that you're gonna leave back. You can always create a legacy. And it ain't gotta be just always about getting rich. Get that out your mind also. It's not always about being rich or famous. Get stable. Get some type of stability in your life. You're fucking grown out here. Get that. Get at least have the basics. I mean, we should be past the basics, but get right. It is certain things that you're supposed to have when you're grown. It is certain energy you should be off of when you get grown. It is certain things you should be doing when you're grown. It is certain things you shouldn't be doing no more when you're grown. But hey, who's the judge? Who's the judge? Some still stuck in a time capsule. But it is what it is. We're gonna learn. We're gonna learn. It's a process. And when you start seeing all the different ways that it can change for your life, that's when you're waking up. Let me get into this one piece. Give it to y'all. Give it to y'all asses. That's how much I want it. That's why the live's longer and everything today. I'm just taking my time, kicking it. And I definitely thank you for making it this far through the video too. Making it to the end. Rounding it out with me. I appreciate you. Some of y'all don't know how hard it is to be in this type of space right here, this whole content creator space, and to not be name dropping or put people's faces up on plastering all over. It's so messy in these YouTube streets. Y'all don't know how much effort and how much of a slow grind it can take just to have your own titles, your own opinion, your own originality, just trying to cut through and not talking about the gossip or not being messy or trying to beef with somebody else online and gang people through negativity. Because they pump that shit out on all these channels. I'm not gonna say all of them, on enough of them. They know where you about to come from even with the title. So if they see the positive, I ain't gonna act like it ain't no successful, positive people online. Because there's plenty of them also. And it's a journey. And everybody earn their position and earn their following and earn their keep. And you want to be compensated for your talents or whatever you got going on. But if you at the lower levels, there's nowhere to go but up. But you have to want it. You're going to get tested. Your time get tested. Especially when you have minimal results, your time is tested. Your time is tested even more. God gonna test you, like, how bad do you want it? It's not even popping off. The same way He gonna test you when it's haven't popped off, He's gonna test you when it's popping off. Like I was talking about earlier. You still have to retrain yourself when you do get some type of success, or when your business pop off, or whatever you got going on, when it finally start to catch traction. You're gonna be tested. How many people we seen grind until, how many people we seen grind so much, but then when some pop off, they don't even work as hard. How many rappers we done seen the rhymes get lazier by the time the second and third album, because they partying so much and enjoy that first album, and that second album just be a dud. That's why they call it the sophomore jinx. Because the first one you had your whole life to create, and that was so good, and that was your baby. But then when you earn all the fruits of the labor, you forgot about them days in the basement, or forgot about them times when, they was creating and making that first album, sharing food or whatever. But now they off the caviar and on the island. The second album, getting that phone call to rush and hurry up and make that album. They just want to put something out. But all we know is that last album you made, because that's the last thing you put out. The second one ain't even came yet. So we think you still on that first little tip. So we're gonna give you another chance. Because first album was pretty dope. That second one, it's time to go back to the lab and regroup. You're gonna get tested, see how you want it. At the end of the day, no matter where you start at, you can always finish on top. When I say on top, I just mean on a higher plateau from where you started. I mean, reach for the sky, reach for the stars, reach for the best. But anything that's better than where you started, that's progress. And it's okay. At the end of the day, like I told you, the janitor can turn CEO. Listen to me. I done seen all aspects of the struggle. That's what taught us to hustle. Ball on the 1 yard line close to the goal. I done seen the kingpin fumble. Greed. Get comfortable. Want more than what we need. And once we get to the top, it's easy to forget what it took to succeed. Why you don't pass down plans. Why the janitor feel he'll never know the CEO. But if you start from the bottom, you'll know the effort that it takes to mop that flow. I wish we could all drift off in the sky. Goals get reached as we sleep. But you ain't rich. But you fantasize about it and spend money to look like it, to make them more rich. But hold on, now I don't want to get too deep. You rather look good losing for years trying to impress your peers, going nowhere fast. In the end, all our families is left in tears. The cycle complete. Ready, set, go. The student could turn teacher, and the janitor could turn CEO. For sure. Listen to me. I'll do this one more time. I done seen all aspects of the struggle. That's what taught us to hustle. Ball on the 1 yard line close to the goal. I done seen the kingpin fumble. Greed. Get comfortable, want more than what we need. And once we get to the top, it's easy to forget what we took to succeed. Why you don't pass down plans. Why the janitor feel he'll never meet the CEO. But if you start from the bottom, you'll know the effort that it takes to mop that flow. I wish we could all drift off in the sky. Goals get reached as we sleep. But you ain't rich, but you fantasize about it and spend money to look like it and make them rich. Hold on, I don't want to get too deep. You rather look good losing for years trying to impress your peers, going nowhere fast, and in the end, all our families in tears. You see the cycle complete. Ready, set, go. The student can turn teacher, and the janitor can turn CEO. For sure. Snap, 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 snaps. That's that poem in peace. That's that video. That's that live I finished. Now I'm out. Now I'm out. Now I'm out. What we talking about? Rap talk.